Hey everyone. Hey Brooklyn.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Happy to have you back.
So happy to be here. So happy to see all my people in the chat. Hi,
How
Susie.
how are you how are you doing?
I am much better, thank you. I am getting better every day.
You sound good.
I thank you. I feel better.
Let's see
What's
who's
going
here.
on?
Well, we have some exciting stuff tonight.
Yes, I need to know the tea.
And Mary Pants broken. She broke. I don't know. They broke the story of about the Nicole Mahmoud getting arrested. We'll get into it. I have a little bit more detail on it. It's interesting.
So he's been here, right?
Right.
She brought him here.
Hmm.
And we know watching the season, he was very like rigid and he was also very religious. So I was wondering how it's going to go with him in this country.
And in LA, for that fact,
Oh,
right?
apps. Hi, Mod 148.
So, it's very different. He was very conservative and she was very liberal.
And it's not like
So,
she brought him to Alabama or she brought
right.
him to Kentucky. She brought him to the hub of nakedism. Is that even a word?
I don't know, but we'll use it.
Let's
I'll
go with it.
accept it tonight.
She really brought him into another world, and I didn't think it was going to go well. And as we know, it's not. It doesn't look like it's going so well.
Not even a little bit. But we all thought that it was also going to go horribly. Like, did anybody think of them as like the classic American love story? Like,
Let me think. No,
Romeo and Juliet.
not the way I saw it.
But let's say hi to everybody first
Yeah.
and let's get into it. Jay Freak, hello. Barbie, hi. Hila Bila, Michelle, love my Rex. Sweet Sue, Mary Barcelona. Lisa loves her pup, hello. Velvet, hi again. Sheila, Christina B, Rabbit of Chaos, Flower Child, Ellie. Let's see. Miss Optimistic, Susie Q, Press Secretary. Kimmy, Cody, Kimmy. Kimmy's here. Sorry. Linda S. Hi. Mel B. Awoken Queen.
Hi, Wicked, my girl.
Wicked. Dobie. 58. Jojo. Bougie. Brooklyn. Pipsqueak. Tony Ann. Rita. Healthy Chick. Julie. Lord and the rest.
And just to answer Tony Ann's question, absolutely. It's like Windex to the Greeks. Absolutely. Anything you have from a toothache to a stomach ache, I don't care if you need your bladder taken out. I don't care if you need a lung removed. My Nonna thinks that Brioski can fix it. So no matter what it is, it cures it all. Absolutely.
Windex.
Well, Windex for the Greeks and Brioski for the Italians.
Hey, Seraphim. Hey, Critter. Nikki. Coco. I'm trying. Mikey.
Hi, Jules.
Jules. I think I'm good. I think I got
John,
everybody.
do you mind if I just tell Jules what I was just saying to you really quick?
Yes, go ahead.
So, Jules, just before we got on here, I said to John, I said, I love Jules. I love her voice and like she makes me happy. Like, right? Did I not say that to you, John?
You did.
Like,
Hand to
like
God.
I don't know what it is. It's just I enjoy watching you. I like how you like the old stuff and you have a theme song in your head for every word that comes out of someone's mouth. I find you to be adorable. So I just had to tell you that. Right, Tony? Oh, of course. No, yeah, I'm being serious, Jules. You're just adorable.
No, she's being serious. I can promise you that.
And I will tell you, as a professional, you are on point with your root. You have no banding. You are solid, solid white on top. and you don't mix the pink to the blonde. And I'm really impressed with that.
Look at that.
You have no banding. She knows what I mean.
Braids.
She knows what I mean. So just had to say that.
I love it.
So I know it's not. I know it isn't. And you're doing it yourself. Like, that's near impossible. You must have it down pat. Enough hair talk. Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. I love it.
Right, Wicked? Didn't you notice it? She has no banding. Her white is always even, and her pink never bleeds into her blonde. That is work. She puts in the work there, people. John looks Amish.
Amish?
See, I said Harry Potter mixed with Jersey Shore.
I'm just wearing a sweater over in Oxford with my hat on. Amish?
I knew it, Jules. I knew you went to beauty school. See, we can spot each other out. We can spot it. I could spot that a mile away. You don't understand.
Rumspringer.
It's very hard to get no banding when you bleach your hair. Yeah, the pink is even. You got to give it to her. The pink is even. Bougie, it's not easy. Or else I'd be out of a job. So, before we spill the tea, I cannot believe that I forgot that Ash Wednesday was on Valentine's Day. And I did not get my ashes.
Oh, you bad Catholic.
And that was my first time not getting my ashes. So my dad did bring some to the house for me. But I wasn't too hard on myself, because then I was told that it hadn't been on Valentine's Day for 32 years. Because I never, ever heard of Ash Wednesday on Valentine's Day. Isn't that crazy? So I'm still trying to forgive myself for that one. Yes, Nikki, I really am. Thank you so much. It was odd, right?
Did you go to confession?
No, I'm doing it right now. If I did it in a public forum, it went further with the Lord.
Not that long ago, my birthday fell on Easter, if that makes you feel
Did
any
it
better.
really?
And then everyone's like, happy Easter. I'm like, oh, okay. My birthday too, but whatever.
Wait. And in your lifetime, has that been before?
In 20, my arm was broken. So 2016, my birthday fell on Easter Sunday.
So it doesn't happen often at all.
No.
That's wild. Strange. So, okay, I can't wait anymore. I need to know what's going on.
Okay, good.
Enough about hair and religion.
Teeny, tiny shots.
Oh, Stephanie, stop.
That one on.
He is. He's fabulous. And he's on the inside scoop.
Hold that one on.
And he's on the inside scoop.
So, modern day love story, Mahmoud and Nicole seem to have gotten into a little
lovers quarrel.
I don't know. Mahmoud was arrested early yesterday morning, so on the 21st, and I think 1:30 in the morning. Let me see here.
Okay, so this can't be good, right? Because I remember with Larissa, like when they're here and they're newly here, it's not good. It's not good in general, but for them, it's got to be worse, correct? Hi, Wendy. There she is.
And high five to Mary Pants on IG. They were the one that broke the story, and I was looking. Someone had messaged me earlier today about Mary Pants' story about Mahmoud being arrested, and then the charge is so I get this right. The charge is battery on spouse slash cohabitant slash former spouse. So Mary
So they're,
Pants posted that. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So that you're saying spouse, so they're definitely married.
No, they've been married for 5 years.
Okay,
I
I'm
think,
sorry. I didn't know they were married here. I didn't know that.
like, no, remember, like, they, like, when they were on the show and she was like, we got married, and
Yes, I didn't know if they had to be married here for that to be like a legal thing. I wasn't sure. Jay Freak, absolutely. When he gets mad, I saw that watching, very aggressive, and she's odd. John? Who did I tell you she reminds me of? Who was it? Not Woody Allen. Is it what?
Mia Farrow.
Is it Mia Farrow? Yes, thank you, Mia Farrow. That's what she reminds me of.
She's a little Mia Farrow-esque. I will give you
Yes, yes,
that.
definitely.
But so that happened on Tuesday. Nope, today's Friday, right?
Correct.
Well, no, it'll almost be Friday. It's Thursday right now. So they got arrested.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Hold on. I've been looking at this timeline all day. Give me 1 second.
Hi, Addie.
Hey, Addie.
Hi, videos. Well, Nikki, I don't know because, I mean, TLC didn't drop Larissa for that. They dropped her for something else. But who knows? Didn't tell us
Well,
what's
no,
going on here.
TLC dropped Larissa because of the Cam Soda, which
Right.
was,
That's right. That's right.
But they did drop Jeffrey and Varia.
Well, that was next level.
Right, but I don't know if I doubt they're going to be dropped, in my opinion.
I get it. I mean, listen, if these TV networks drops people for getting arrested, we would have no more reality. Bravo would be off the map. They would have no more housewives. Okay.
Right.
She was arrested, but not Larissa. Yeah. Right.
But Larissa got bumped off the show because of the Cam Soda, not because of,
right.
That was it with TLC.
Yeah, Jay Freak, she's definitely like mannequin-esque. Absolutely. Absolutely.
She does. So, we watched them on the show, and it kind of lines up. And going back to when Mary Pants posted it, I saw like that a lot of people didn't repost it, like in the blogging world. Like, you look at it as weird, like, why is nobody else following through with the story? And those were like, there was some big like allegations. So we looked into it, and sure is right that Mary Pants was right. So I posted it and backed them up. And it's funny because you would think that Nicole or Mahmoud would say something.
Right. And that's not the case.
If someone said that you were getting arrested because you beat up your husband, and I don't know, oh wait, that was said about me. So I know what I did.
True story.
True, so like I know what I did in that situation. I said, like, this is crazy and it's a lie, but why are they both quiet?
What? Right. Well, listen, when it's not true, you want to scream out on the mountaintop. It's not true. But when it's true, you want to hide. So there's that, right? You want to hide and not show your face.
And also, a lot of people, they go by a certain name on the show, which is not their real life last name, and only yes, and only I was actually shocked that Mary Pants knew like the name, because when I saw it, our stuff linked up. I'm like, yeah, they got it right. But I think that's why a lot of outlets were dragging their feet, talking about it. because even I was like, hesitant at first. I'm like,
Because you can't confirm it, so you don't
right.
want to spew it.
So yeah, on that one.
Susie says maybe TLC told them to be quiet. I don't know about that. I don't know.
I mean, it's not good. The season starting on the 17th. We have it's almost a month away. Stuff like this is not going to be good. But what I can tell you, exclusive breaking news from here.
Breaking news.
Hold on, I have my graphic. Okay, so I reported on the last live that the tell-all was filmed this last weekend in New York.
Yes, okay. I was shocked about that.
First time that the
Ever.
tell-all was ever filmed before the season aired. But Nicole and Mahmoud were supposed to be at the tell-all, and they didn't show.
Whoa!
No, they were.
I don't think anybody's done that except Andrew, and he was never to be seen or heard from again.
Allegedly, but
you know it to be true. Let's be honest. Wow. So they filmed all season. They're going to be on the show, and they did not show up to the tell-all.
And how it works with 90 Day Fiance, how people get paid. Like they get paid like per episode, and then if they show up to the tell-all, they'll get a bigger check. It'll be a check for 2 episodes worth of air, filming. So if they don't show up to the tell-all, they get paid nothing. 0.
Okay, so wait, John, I think people are going to get confused. So what you're saying is he didn't get arrested first. They did not show up to the tell-all.
They both were out.
So the arrest was after the tell-all.
The arrest was after the tell-all.
Whoa. So they did not show up to the tell-all.
Everybody, all the cast, and I mean, it doesn't take much to put 2 and 2 together. You've seen Lauren and Alex, you've seen, all the other cast in New York City. When you see all the cast in New York City, the tell-all is happening, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But from sources inside production, Nicole and Mahmoud weren't there, and they came in. They were there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday being the day they were leaving. Nicole and Mahmoud weren't there. They were supposed to be there, and nobody knew where they were.
Wow. So the tell-all was
the tell-all's over on Sunday. Then Tuesday, 2 days ago, this happens. He gets arrested. They were, according to Mary Pants, they were out in the streets and on LA, and they all got, stuff happened, and Mahmoud got arrested, which we all know, which we can say.
So basically, they made a conscious decision when they weren't in trouble with the law, or he wasn't. They made a decision on their own to not show up for the tell-all. Then things must have been brewing. They weren't getting whatever was going on.
And they lose a lot of money for not showing up.
I know. So 2 days after they were supposed to shoot the tell-all, they don't show up. And then we hear that 2 days later, he gets arrested for domestic abuse.
Mm-hmm.
So things must have been really off the chain, and when they decided not to show up for the tell-all.
The charge is, let me see here.
Yes, Jen and Barrett, it's for the new one. They shot the tell-all before showing us the season, which they've never done. That's a good question, Rita, but I don't think they will. I think it'll be good footage. I don't think they will remove them from the season. I don't think they will.
Me neither at this point. I don't think so. But
I think they're going to use it. And if they don't use it, remember you heard it here first.
You know what? And they could interview them separately. after the tell-all because they already filmed that, so that's done with. And like have a separate segment with them.
They could.
Nicole and Mahmoud were unavailable when this was filming, so here's our segment.
They
Something like
could
that.
make up that someone was sick or you don't know. Very interesting.
So yeah, crazy, huh?
I mean, beyond. Who knows, Awoken Queen? I mean, at this point, I don't think anybody could know. So may have been fighting no violence. Yeah, exactly. There might have been nothing violent until it erupted. I thought that too, Nikki. Like, is there a picture? Like, did somebody step in? If it happened outside in LA? Now, is this where the tell-all was shot, John?
No, tell-all was in New York City always.
And do we know?
This happened in LA.
Okay. And do we know? Or can you say if you do know, who else will be on the show? Like, is there any other couples
TLC already announced the
Oh
couples.
yeah, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's Angela, Michael, Emily and Kobe, Liz and Ed, Lauren and Alex.
Yeah.
Mahmoud and Nicole. Who else? Oh, Jasmine and Gino, and then David and.
Haven't we had enough of Jasmine and Gino? Like, isn't
Clearly
enough?
not.
Like, why are they still filming them? They're probably making a fortune at this point.
And now we see them unhappily. So can't wait for that.
Like, enough already.
She looks completely different than when she started on the show, but it is
Rita,
what it is.
who you like, Jasmine?
Me?
No, Rita said I like Jasmine.
Oh God. Well, I guess one person has to, so there's that.
Rita, we'll give that job to you. Someone's got to do it, Rita. Well, I would think it's Ed's last season. I mean, if they're not together.
And we know they're not. We know they're not together.
Yeah, how could Yara? I don't know. I don't think they're on again.
No, Yara's not on there.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, this should be an interesting season. Listen, you know what? As much as I'm tired of 90 Day and I did not watch this last season, I like when there's people I feel like I know on there. Like, I like when they have the older crew on there because at least you're invested into
That's why I always liked Happily, but now it's only Lauren and Alex, which I'm happy they brought back, and Angela and Michael, and everybody else is new.
I think you saw my question, but the other night I asked you, do you know if Lauren's pregnant again? I saw somebody say she was pregnant on one of the outlets.
I don't know.
I was like, oh my goodness, they just keep popping out babies, those two.
But
wait, Judy, how do you know that, Judy? Are you sure about that? Interesting.
Did anybody believe that Jasmine and Gino were really in love? We need to replay the live we did with all the sugar babies that night. And
that was a great live, John.
And we also found Jasmine. Where else? On the sugar baby sites, same sites.
Oh, wait a minute, Judy. You're saying she said it the other day on a live? No way. Wow. And they have a show coming up? So she left him? Wow. Surprise, no.
I mean, did anybody really believe that Jasmine and Gino really loved each other? I mean, maybe that Gino loved Jasmine, but come on. Look at her face compared to, like, when she was first on. So
I
I
yeah, you're right about
unrecognizable.
it's I liked Larissa so much more, John, but she was unrecognizable after a while too.
She was too.
Absolutely. Wow, guys, that's like not so surprising. But then on the other hand, it is because the paychecks with Gino, the money for the shows with Gino. So I'm just shocked that she would leave that so soon. You know what I mean? But did I think she was going to stay living by him? No. In Michigan? No.
No.
Not at all. Not one bit. That's what I'm saying, Wicked. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, that's where the paycheck's at. That's where the stardom and the all crap is at. That's wild. Yeah, I think he loves her. I do. I do. I do. But she didn't love him. Absolutely not. Wow.
I
Well,
don't know.
that's interesting.
I don't know what to make of it, honestly. Like, we don't know if she's actually down there, but if she is down there, like, it wouldn't be like the first time the cast went down to Miami. It's like, live it up. Lord.
I mean, that's where they all want to go. That's where Yara wants to be. I mean, I guess listen, also when you live in other countries, the idea of what you have of America is what you see in movies, whether it be Manhattan or the beach in Miami or the palm trees in California. So when they get to this country, they don't want to go to the middle of the country. They don't want to be in snow. They don't want to be, in rural areas. They want to be on where they saw their whole life
Yeah,
on
but
TV.
you would think they would, like, do their homework on that end. You know
No,
what I
I
mean?
don't think so, John. I think they think, let me just get there. Let me just do what I have to do to get there. And once I'm there, I'll break away from this person and make my own life. They think that there's a ton of money to be made here.
I agree.
They think that all of our buildings are covered in gold. They think that they're going to make their fortune in modeling or wherever they think they're going to go. And that's it. They're just working their way here and working that person to get here. Because don't forget, whoever the person is has to sign their life away for 7 years and be financially responsible, just like Molly. When Molly brought that idiot over, I mean, he didn't want
Which
her.
which one?
Oh, the first one. Sorry. Yeah, that's true.
Louise. Well, no, Kelly was, Kelly
Yeah, chill. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
was a joke, but go ahead.
But they just see this huge opportunity and they're going to use, unfortunately, this poor sap to get what they want in life. And Judy, you have the tea too. Jasmine posted that she congratulated Gino's ex-wife for staying with him for 7 years. So she said this all on this live the other day, Judy.
Why would you do that?
Why would you put him down like that? He brought you here. Yeah, it's sad. Oh, Wicked saw it too. Wow. Yeah, I guess it's true then. But how horrible, Hi, Barbara.
It's insane.
It's not, it's just very sad. But then again, how much blame do we put on the other person? How much blame do we put on the American? Because if the whole world, and I mean the whole world, it's one thing when you're not on the show and just your family is telling you and you ignore your family. But when you go on a show that's broadcasted across the nation and you have millions of people writing in your comments and commenting, at what point do you look in the mirror and say, maybe everybody's seeing something I don't? And maybe I shouldn't invest all my money and time and my life into this person. Maybe they don't love me. Maybe they just love being an American citizen. At what point is it their fault also?
I tell you, man.
Like you can't just blame the other person. Listen, if you're walking on the street and somebody says, I want to give you $1 million, you're going to take it. And these people are giving them this opportunity of a lifetime and they're taking it. They're taking it and running with it. And you have to know that when they get here, they're going to run. 9 out of course, there's always love, guys. I'm not naive to the fact that some people love the other person. But 9 times out of 10, this show has proven to us that 90% of the time, they're taking that $1 million and running. If they're getting fame, they're getting a green card, they're getting a free trip to this country legally, they're getting it all. What's the other person getting? I just don't get it. Although, again, I'm shocked she would leave because that's her meal ticket. You know, like the two of them on this show, they've been on how many seasons now? 5, 8 seasons?
Who?
Like Jasmine and Gino.
Oh, yeah.
They're making a mockery of the whole 90-day process.
And you could tell like everything with Jasmine and Gino has been so overdone. So many things,
Overdone.
like, you know, it's
Way
like, you know,
overdone.
yeah, I believe telenovelas, like, you know, with more
Yeah,
substance
they're more
than that.
realistic than their life story.
But you know, still shoving it down our throats, and I cannot believe we have to watch another season of them.
They have a bird reality. They're on a vacation. Right. It's like they're coming here to be on a stayed vacation, paid for. Right, Wicked. Paid for.
And she's already in Miami, allegedly.
Imagine that. Well, John, it's what you said from day one.
I'm always right.
All right. Okay.
What was that? What I said, was it something else I said from day one?
No, that's about it. I'll give it to you on this one. I'll give it to you on this one. Oh,
God. And like this whole, like, you know, I don't know. Like as I see it now, like, you know, they missed the tell-all. So in my head, like something was up, then they get arrested. And I seen in the comments that like, you know, one of Mahmoud's buddies had bailed him out allegedly. And like, you know, you want that paycheck from the tell-all. I mean, it's a good paycheck.
Oh yeah, I missed you too, Wicked. Thank you. No, listen, Criddle, they are the exception. Alex and Lauren are the exception. That's love. He came here for love. He was happy in his country. He was fine in his country. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of problems there right now, unfortunately, and I pray for them, but he was happy there. He came here to be with the love of his life, and they're 3 children in, and it's a decade now. But look at how many couples are not Alex and Lauren, you know? That's what it is. It's wild. Right, exactly, Wicked. The OG couples. That's what I'm saying. And David and Annie. I love David and Annie. I do. I love them. I adore them. I'd rather see more of them. Yeah, she's hysterical. And he's sweet. And let me tell you, David has really submersed himself so much into her culture. They go back and forth all the time. And he's learned how to speak her language, you know. But yeah, that's my 90-day. And I know it's a rough show to watch. It is a rough show to watch. But John and I will, and Wicked, we will be covering this season because there's a lot of OGs on it.
Well, not a lot of it. It's actually only Angela and Michael and Lauren and Alex, and everybody else is new, which is unfortunate.
Well, they're not new, right, John? We know them.
Thank you, Jay Freak.
Oh, thank you, Jay Freak.
I'm clapping because all my instruments are elsewhere, but thank you.
Thank you for that, because I was going to say it a second ago. John hates when I say it, but we really do appreciate the super checks, especially because you guys know he's paying for a lot of stuff right now. So from my heart, I just want to thank you for that. But Jay Freak, next time write my name in it.
So where are we?
I was spewing my hate for these couples.
Yeah, you know, the whole list is, let me see here. Um, David, he's okay. Is it Patrick? I don't know what his name is. Patrick, right? That guy.
Hey, whatever happened to Darcy and Stacy? Do they still have a show?
I don't know if it got renewed, but they did get Darcy married. Um,
Georgie.
correct. And we had like the jump on the wedding pictures before they got aired. So,
I know.
but they're
That's
married.
the point to John Yates.
Thank you, Wicked. Appreciated. We've had David and Annie on before. They're fun. I haven't been trying to do much lately, but when we have a fun interview in the works, Susie Q, press secretary, can't speak on it, but it's gonna be a fun one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, things are happening. We're
So
wheeling and dealing.
I have a question to our
Shoot.
chat tonight. Okay, so chat. If John and I come on here and we don't discuss 90 Day or we don't discuss a housewife, what's something that you guys would want us to discuss? I'm just curious. Don't all answer at once.
By the way, we will all start doing happily recaps on Mondays. I guess on starting March 18th. And New Jersey, I think, is starting after Beverly Hills ends. We were going to do Beverly Hills tonight, but this whole Mahmoud and Nicole stuff made us switch gears. So we'll be covering Beverly Hills tomorrow. And then once Beverly Hills ends, after 3-part tell all, then I think Jersey is starting. And then we'll be doing Jersey again.
Yes, I know. I'm going to print that up and just have John put it on his thing for anybody who wants the recipe.
What?
They want the sauce. We promised them and we didn't come through.
Well, vegan brie, I have no idea. I mean, it happens all the time. When Molly and Kelly were
That's
on the couples reunion, was it what's it called? The therapeutic no, when they were in Key West, that show.
Oh, of course I do, Wicked.
Couples therapy, Molly and Kelly were already broken up, but then we saw them on couples therapy, so it is what it is.
Really quick, John, let me just give this to them. Super simple meatball. Ready? Chop meat. Ready? 2 pound chopped meat. 2 eggs. Panko breadcrumbs. Seasoned Italian breadcrumbs. Parmesan grated cheese. Parmesan grated cheese. A little chopped up garlic.
Cheese.
Little chopped up garlic. And garlic powder.
Yeah.
And you got yourself a delicious meatball. You can either fry it, bake it, or do what I do.
Oh, delicioso.
I put it right in the sauce and let it cook for 2 hours.
And right in that sauce, cook for 2 hours.
Wait, where's my Cody? Does Cody fry, bake, or cook in the sauce?
I don't know. Cody's in the other room.
I would love to know.
Cody's in the West Wing.
The West Wing. I can't.
Her meatball recipe.
Ready, Cody? Do you fry them, bake them, or put them in the sauce to cook?
Yeah, that's that. We use the panko Italian style, and we just don't put the cheese in it because John doesn't really like cheese all that much. It doesn't.
I don't want cheese in a meatball,
so I don't use Parmesan cheese, but
okay,
everything else I do the same. And
so do you fry the meatball, or do you bake it, or do you put it in the sauce to cook raw?
Most of the time, I'll lightly fry it to just to get a little bit hard on the outside, and then I put it in the sauce, and then I let it simmer in the sauce for an hour.
Awesome. That's the perfect way, guys.
And that's how I do it. And then at the end, I put it over the spaghetti, toss it a little bit in a pan, and then put it all together. And bada bing, bada boom.
Done. Bada bing, bada boom with turning Cody Italian.
That's right.
Thank you, Wicked. Yeah, you could totally add whatever cheese you want. John's a no cheeser. don't understand that, but okay.
No, I don't want cheese in the meatball.
But you do
No.
know that it's grated cheese, and you wouldn't taste cheese; it just adds flavor.
I don't.
Yeah, it's not like you cut your meatball.
You know,
You
I
can't
like
taste
the
it.
I like the
Cheese
neck bone.
sticks.
The what?
The neck bone.
What?
The neck bone.
What does that even mean?
When you put the neck bone in the sauce.
Oh, that you make
No.
it sound awful. The neck bone,
That's what it is.
right? Julie, tell him. Julie, tell him. What kind of Italian is he, Julie?
Well, you put the neck bone in your sauce.
I put. If I'm making a pot of sauce, I do hot sausage, some sweet sausage. I do country spare ribs. I do braciole. I do
Okay,
stew
so I'm
meat.
not hearing the neck bone part, which I know you put in the sauce.
I don't think
A
all the
neck
time.
bone.
Once in a blue if it comes in the meat. If not, I don't like go pick it out.
You know, Cody had the neck bone.
Yeah.
Neck bone's good.
In the sauce.
But in the sauce gives a flavor.
Those
Gives
sausage
it.
flavor. Sausage in the sauce, you put it in raw. It's butter. Butter.
Maybe if Nicole cooked like that, Mahmoud wouldn't be.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. No, they don't eat pork. No pork.
Well, you know, it doesn't be a pork neck bone. You know, whichever neck bone he's
Same, Julie.
to. Could be.
His boyfriend next door. Cody, that was too far.
But yeah, so
I don't know what neck bone he's talking about, Sheila. He's got
neck
claw.
bone.
What type of neck bone, John?
It's a neck bone. It's like Cody ate the neck bone. Look, it's like right, like this
Is
big.
it a beef neck bone? Is it a pork?
And it's like bone, and like you gotta get like suck the meat out of it.
You sure you're not talking about the country rib?
I don't know what you're talking about, country rib.
Country ribs, you put them in the sauce. The ribs with a lot of meat on them. They could have a bone in the middle.
No.
I don't know, guys. I don't know what.
Yeah,
Susie said, John, what animal?
I think a pig.
Pork.
No.
No, that would be tremendous. Imagine the neck of a pig in your saucepan. Can you imagine the neck of a pig fitting in your saucepan?
Okay, listen.
Where's my phone?
They're neck bones.
I don't know what he's talking about, guys.
They sell them.
Wicked
And they
said,
have,
where does
it's all bone, and they have like pockets of meat in them.
Yeah, they
Wicked said, where does one buy a neck bone? Neither have I, Julie.
What?
Oh my god, you guys all suck.
Sorry. That ain't Italian, they said, John.
It is.
Did your grandma use a neck bone?
Yes. And
Yeah.
my internet, which Cody even like tasted.
I think, John, that you're talking about the bone marrow.
They have bone marrow. Yeah, I mean that's what they are. They were pork necks. They were chopped pork necks.
Chopped pork
'Cause
necks.
They
Wow.
were filled with like
So a neck
yeah,
bone.
it was
Wow, I've never had that.
yeah pork neck bones. That's what they were.
Interesting.
They were really good.
Nicole says it's a circle with soft meat in the middle.
And sometimes on the side of it, like in like the grooves.
But like
and
you
stuff,
have to like
too.
dig for it. Like you
Yeah.
you get sloppy with it. Like you have to hold it by your hands and like really just like tear into
It's
that.
really
Well,
good.
I must tell you, my friend, it sounds horrendous.
No, it's delicious.
Yeah,
That's
I
where all
was
like
scared
that's
too.
where all
I was scared too, but when I tried it, John's like, you have to. Like I looked at him and he goes, "You have to pick it up and suck on it." I'm like, John, this is the first time meeting your family. I'm like, I'm not gonna suck on like this neck bone.
I'm like, no, but you got
He's like, you have to. So I did, and they all looked at me and they're like, yeah, he's part of the family.
yeah, I'm like, you
"Oh,
gotta
this is
know.
great. He's like, you gotta dig in there and get all this out. And then I'm like,
Because the neck
"Oh."
bone was like the best part. You suck the meat out of it.
Well, you taught
Yum.
me something tonight.
It was delicious.
Ugh.
You taught me something that I never heard. Eating a neck bone. All right. Yeah, I'm with you, Julie. I'm with you, honey.
Delicious.
I'm with you. Very interesting.
It's a neck bone.
Just like oxtail.
Well, at least
Those are
Cody's had
delicious,
it.
too. Mm.
Very interesting.
So this has turned into a weird conversation.
Well, I'm sorry. They asked me. I had to answer my people.
Breaking news about this
The neck
arrest. We're
bones.
talking about neck bones, which was more
Interesting.
thought provoking and interesting than the whole.
Oh no, trust me. That part was very interesting. Very.
Okay,
See,
Nikki.
I love
Nikki,
learning.
I don't call it like my grandparents called it gravy, but like I don't call it gravy anymore. Like I call it sauce. But like if for some reason I'm with like old schoolers, I'm like pass me the
That's
gravy.
right. You switch it on and off. I am with John 100%.
Yeah.
You switch it on. If you're with certain people, you're like, oh, how's the gravy? If you're with young people, you're like, I'm making a pot of sauce. I'm with John. Yeah, definitely. Sunday sauce. Yep. Except it's every day here. But yes, same. Actually, for the first time in so long, I had All American this week.
What does that mean?
All American. You never went to All American in Massapequa?
Oh, in Massapequa?
Yeah.
But you've never been there before?
No, I have, but I hadn't been there in so long. The line is all the way outside.
All American is like an old school, like original, like McDonald's type of place. Like where
it's delicious.
They do like the burgers like right in front of you, but you can't go inside because it's like all inside. And
they'll have a knish.
I love knishes so much. I want a knish so bad.
Listen to me. If anyone likes a good knish, All American has them the way they were in the 80s when you put the mustard. See, when I was a kid, we had
well, you only put mustard on a knish. Like that's like what you do.
When I was a kid, we'd be at the beach, right, in Brooklyn, and hot knishes, and he would sell you a knish on the beach. These knishes at All American are just like that. Delicious.
Okay, so Gin and Bear, what a knish is? It's like a Jewish pastry where like it's like
mashed potatoes.
It's like potatoes inside of like a what do you call it?
Like a flaky pastry crust.
Like a pastry crust.
A thin crust.
Right, Brooklyn?
John, I just realized something. I said knish, and
it's knish.
The people that are not, yes, but I didn't think of this before, but I am thinking right now that a knish might only be from New York and Jersey because
it's popular in our parts here. Yeah.
Wicked said, "I love when you get together. No one knows where the conversation's going."
No, but a knish is like
Criddle. It's not a puff pastry, Criddle.
No, it's filled with potato.
Julie, you don't know what a knish is? What?
Right, Julie, I'm disappointed. It's like a Jewish food, but it's delicious. And
John, would you say it's like with like a cornbreading on around it? With the potato inside, it's a square, guys. Google it.
Yeah, it's a square. And it's got a crust around it.
People eat it with mustard. I prefer
and what you dip it in mustard. Oh my god, it's mouth-watering.
John,
so
look how many people in this chat do not know what a knish is. I am shocked. No, it's not flour, Pamela. You guys have to Google it. I'm sorry.
It's like mashed potatoes.
Yes, Nikki, they sell them at ShopRite.
Yeah,
yes,
they come in like a pack of 6.
Yes, they come in a pack of 6. They line them up.
Sometimes a pack of 3.
Yes.
Buffalo. Wow, Nicole's in Buffalo. She never had one. Rochester never had them. Wow.
Oh my God, we're going to do a knish meet and greet.
I know. I'm thinking, and I was
see. This is why I love coming on here.
Meet and greet knish. So come to our house. We're gonna have two knish stands on each side of our porch.
Okay, John Flower Child says, "Is it like a pierogi?" I don't know if it is. I don't think
a pierogi is small. A knish is like a big. It's like this.
It's a
like
square.
Yeah, it's square and it's flat.
Melby,
like potato in it.
No, Melby, it is not a latke. I'm sorry, guys. I really did, but you guys teach me so much because I did not know that you wouldn't know what a knish is.
Because we're used to knowing what knishes are.
Correct.
Knishes are amazing.
John made it one time, and I was like,
"You don't like knishes."
He goes, it's a knish. I'm like, what's in it?
He don't like
It's like
it.
mashed potatoes. He goes, well, it is, but it has like, like a little bit of like a
It's
crust on it.
mashed potatoes inside of almost like a square breading, and you
Yeah.
put it in the oven, and it's with mustard. It's delicious. Listen, you
I
guys
like mine
know.
with gravy.
You
Mustard,
guys know, Miss Lisa is on the West Coast, and she's never heard of such a thing. This is
Oh
why
my
I
God.
cannot move.
All right,
I
let me
cannot.
get a picture of a knish. Hold
We
on.
have to get it. We'll have to do a live.
This live was about breaking news, and now we're talking about knishes.
Breaking news. No one knows what a knish is. Like, this is even like more breaking news.
Oh, wait a minute. They have knishes in Toronto. Sheila, really?
Again, like, it's like a Jewish type of food. So, like, it's just not like a high concentration of Jewish people in the area. You probably don't know what it is.
And he's right. He's right.
But it is just so yummy. And like, Brooklyn, like, what's my favorite pasta? Gnocchi.
John loves gnocchi.
And what's inside gnocchi?
Potato.
And boom.
The same as pretty much.
Yeah, here's a knish.
That's a knish.
You can serve it with any type of really
That is a
Does
knish.
that look appetizing? I don't know if it does, but it's delicious.
It's delicious. Think of really good mashed potatoes, right? Really good mashed potatoes are inside that.
It's very yummy. And you
Wow.
just put like the spicy brown mustard on it, and it
Julie
just
has never seen one before. And Wicked says, because Wicked's from Kentucky, right? Looks like a biscuit. That's so funny. Well, can I tell you something? You guys know I was in Italy for 2 weeks in November, right? So my daughter, she would order chicken fingers or French fries. She eats like she's 5. And in Italy, can you imagine? And they would bring them to the table.
Were you embarrassed when she did that, by the way?
Oh, forget it. Everywhere we went, that's what she would. You would think she was like a little 5-year-old. So, these are how these kids eat. So anyway, when they bring you in Italy, French fry, anything that we would put ketchup on, they give you, it's a ketchup, but it's already mixed with mayonnaise.
Oh, no.
It's like a pinkish color.
Oh, no. I've seen that mayo chup and
Now, hold on.
I'm a condiment, that's the one
That's why
condiment
I know this is going to be a serious conversation. I said, let me just throw it out there.
I cannot condone that. I cannot
So
condone
then, hold on.
Illegal.
So then we go food shopping, and we go to the local grocery store in Rome, and I go down the condiment aisle. I go down the condiment aisle, and you know how we would have mustard and ketchup? Well, They have no mustard. Nobody in Italy uses mustard. It's not even a thing there. And instead of ketchup, they have Heinz ketchup bottles, but it's filled with that mayo ketchup thing. That's what they use. That's their number one product there.
No, that's horrible.
Nicole says, yeah, we use that on corn dogs.
No, corn dogs need mustard on them.
Corn dog needs anything just to get in my belly.
So,
hey, what do you put on a hot dog, Brooklyn girl?
A lot.
Well, do you put ketchup on it?
I put the way I like my hot dog is ketchup, mustard,
okay, stop. Never mind.
And sauerkraut and sabaret onions.
You lost me at ketchup.
I'm sorry.
That's a sin.
Yes, MW, it is, but that's how they market it. I don't know. But you can't get mustard in Italy. It's not happening. They do not have mustard. The same way, everywhere you go in Italy, they do not give you ice. So don't look for ice, because if you ask for ice, they know you're American and they look at you like you're crazy. There's no ice anywhere in Italy.
So nothing's cold ever?
I mean, listen, unless obviously you're in tourist places, they're going to give you ice, but they don't, you have to ask for it. They don't use cold drinks like that. They don't think it's good for your system. They think it shocks your body. Like, one of the waiters is like, well, when you jump into a cold pool, your body gets shocked, so we don't want it to shock. I'm like, okay, just give me the ice. Mm-hmm. And for you McDonald's people out there, like John, when you go to McDonald's in Italy.
That's racist.
Sorry. When you go to McDonald's in Italy, when you get like a quarter pounder, they put relish on it.
Oh.
I don't really know why.
So
Thank you, Addie. You knew that, huh? Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you leave what you know, it's so different. Another like weird thing that I'm just discovering, my cousin is selling her house in Italy. So she has someone to buy it, right? So and she lives here. She lives in Long Island. So her cousin calls her the other day and says to her, so you're selling the house, right? It's sold. She says, yeah, it's going to be sold in a month. She goes, so what are you doing with your kitchen? So my cousin said, I'm sorry. She said, so what will you be doing with the kitchen? Can I have it? She says, I don't understand what you're saying. It's a kitchen. I sold the house. She goes, no. When you sell a house in Italy, you take your kitchen with you, or they have to buy it from you. Isn't that crazy?
So, by the way,
They gotta help.
the proper way to eat a hot dog is
Back to the hot dog.
just just educating you on this very important subject. It is you want your golden spicy brown on there. You also want sauerkraut, some light relish.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.
If you're feeling squirrely,
I'm
some
out.
little bit of soubrettes.
There is not a shot that I am putting relish on a beautiful.
No,
beautiful
light relish. Light relish.
No, thank you.
Like it's like a whisper of it. Like was there
Cody?
relish there? I don't know. Maybe
Cody, you allow this?
that type of relish.
No, I'm out.
No ketchup should ever be.
Barbie, you've seen that? Yep. I was shocked. When you sell a house in Italy, you're entitled to take your whole kitchen with you. If they want the kitchen, they have to pay extra. Who's taking their kitchen with them?
A skosh of relish, guys. It's not like a lot of relish. Just okay. You want Last night I was hungry, and our refrigerator is a little bare at the moment, so I was like hungry, and I saw like a full jar of relish, and I was like, uh-oh. So I started eating like out of like the relish can with a fork. Not a can, like a jar of relish. And I would leave it out on the counter, and I would come back to it every now and then.
That is disgusting.
I'd be like,
That is
take some relish in.
absolutely
Then
disgusting.
like 15 minutes later, I'd be like, and like have like another like fork full of relish, and then I don't know, a few hours later, I was laying in the bed, and my stomach was not agreeing with me, and I'm like, Cody, I'm gassy, and then
I wonder why. You ate a can of relish.
and then I had to like run to the bathroom, and I'm like, I think I had too much relish.
Oh my God.
It was just bad.
You didn't get out by that?
What?
That's disgusting. It's one thing when I see you eat the mayo. Okay, it's a spoonful, whatever. But you ate a can of relish?
Well, we did have like chicken tenders, like in buffalo sauce, and like my mouth was on fire from them, because the buffalo sauce we have like super hot but delicious. So like then like when I put like the relish on my tongue, like it suited it because it was sweet and cold and like not hot, fiery.
Do you
So,
actually
like,
hate yourself?
Huh?
You ate relish with a spoon.
A fork.
Well, that's even freaking weirder. That's disgusting, bro.
It was fresh and
I will
tasty
never be
and
that
sweet.
hungry where I eat a can of relish.
Well, listen, I didn't have like caviar in the fridge or
That's another thing
yo-yos.
I will never eat. Ever. I would never touch that.
But yeah, like I was like a little, I had like the hot chicken tenders, drenched in hot sauce, and then like I was, I went to the fridge. I'm like, oh my God, my tongue's on fire. Help me. And in lieu of like just squirting a bottle of ranch down my throat, I saw that, and I'm like, I could probably just put a little bit of sweet relish on my tongue, and I'll feel better. And
that is one condiment that will never be in my house.
Well, I don't know what relished it to you, but it's not that bad.
No, thank you. Not at
Okay,
all.
just saying.
Not at all. Thank you. No, thank you.
Well, that was my, and then like again, I did have to run to the toilet because,
Here we go with the poop stories, people.
well, nope. I'm just saying, I did have too much. I might have had like 4 or 5 or 9 forkfuls of it. I'm not sure how much
Are
I had.
you a gray poupon type of guy?
Oh, I do love Grey Poupon.
I knew it. I just knew it. You
I
said
love all spicy mustard.
you're a little bougie like that.
No, no, I love mustard. I love all spicy mustard. I
I
have
will
like
say
I have 9 different kinds of mustard in my fridge right
so.
now.
So you guys have heard John and I talk about Tri County, right? That's the flea market in Long Island. And they have a pretzel, like they make the homemade pretzels, like when you go to the mall, like Annie Ann's. But they're
And
the
the
ones
pickle people.
they make here are so much better. But you know what they did? They make literally 20 different kinds of mustard and they sell them in little packets. So when I went the other day, I had bacon horseradish mustard and it was the best mustard I have ever tasted in my life. Bacon horseradish mustard.
No,
So
mustard,
good.
like pretty good.
It was amazing. Stop it, really, Julie? Then you're just as bougie as your friend over here. What could I say?
Grey Poupon works like very nice on a Parisian salad.
With the
Um,
caviar.
no, there's no caviar in a Parisian salad. It's a mustard and vinaigrette based dressing. It's really delightful, to be honest with you.
Barbara, how could I not be shocked? He ate a can of it. That's disgusting.
I need a can of relish. I had like 7 or 15 scoops of it. Like God, like get off my fucking back.
Stop it, Nicole. Do you? I would buy those in a heartbeat. What brand are they? I would get those in a heartbeat. As I'm getting older, I'm starting to really like horseradish. And the deli over here, they make a horseradish scallion cream cheese for your bagel to
Oh,
die for.
it's yummy.
To die for. And another thing, talk about knishes. You can't get a bagel outside of New York. You cannot get a bagel outside of New York. I went to Vegas in July and their bagels were like cardboard. Horrible. We take these things for granted. Oh, Pamela, it's so good. It is so good.
Man. Jeff,
What?
get out of the chicken wings.
Oh, well, Nikki, you're right, Nikki. I'm sorry. You're right. Well, listen, Nikki, you have to understand. When I'm talking about New York, New Jersey is included, babe. It's the same thing. Jersey and New York, it's one thing. It's the water, absolutely.
Our county is a suburb of New York City. Just saying. I'm at a chicken wing. Ooh, look at me. It's Wing Thursday here.
Oh, I was gonna say you had wings last week, right?
Well, it's Thursday night wings.
It is bougie. Bougie, where are you from? New York? But regardless, it's true. New York, I don't know about Connecticut. I don't. But New York and New Jersey, you can't. Go to South Florida, right? You cannot get a bagel. Go to Vegas. Go to California. Their bagels are pathetic. They're horrible.
Pathetic.
Absolutely horrible. Thank you, Barbara. It's true. Right, exactly, Wicked. You got the bourbon, we got the bagel. That's it. But again, like John said, where you have a higher population of certain cultures, you're going to find that food. And that's the truth. It's the water. Yeah, I don't know about Pennsylvania Velvet. I don't know. What are you dipping that chicken in, John?
Right now vinegar.
Vinegar.
Yeah, they're already in hot sauce. It gives a little extra kick.
You are a strange bird, you know that? Vinegar is...
Delightful.
Now, let me ask you, if your wing has hot sauce on it, wouldn't you think dipping it in blue cheese would be better?
Yeah. But these are different. Like the sauce is already cooked in. So um now if these are like dripping with hot sauce, then I would dip it into blue cheese. But since the hot sauce is already cooked into it, the vinegar gives an extra like little kick.
Really, MW? Where? I've been to Cali twice and tried the bagels, and they were not good. But I'm happy. I'm so happy you have good bagels now. That's
Hey
hopeful next
Vixie.
time.
Bye Vixie.
Hi, Vixie. Bye, Vixie. Oh, sourdough in San Francisco. That makes sense.
It's like I think wings and ribs are the only two foods on earth that should be like messy and like saucy and sloppy and gross. So when I get wings, they're already like, with the wing sauce baked into them and they're dry. I'm like, ugh, yawn, boring.
Oh, you're right, MW. Sorry, you're right. Don't say it. Don't say it. Please don't say it. But that's so good to know. Oh, Vixie, John, make sure you check your request on Insta.
I will.
Oh, thank you. Not my real name. Somebody likes to hear my voice, right? I appreciate that.
Cody, where's like the new ones? Now.
Yeah, I love sourdough. I do. Anything sourdough is great. Anything.
I'm doing a tutorial online about chicken wings.
Oh, is John going to teach us something tonight?
I am.
I know. Michelle, he's making me hungry too, and I already ate, and I'm not eating after a certain time anymore.
Okay. Maybe I should do those. Like, what are those videos called? Like, on when they watch you eat? Oh, mukbangs. I
Mukbang.
tried that once. It was a mess. I was like, no.
That's a weird name for it, mukbang.
So like, okay, so I have like another wing. So like, and now I have like the whole thing of like, So then sometimes I dip it in the hot sauce.
Hold on. What kind of hot sauce?
It's their hot sauce there, and then I eat like that. But their hot sauce is really hot.
When you have hot sauce in a wing, you got to make the.
Well, this is not a mukbang, but I'm just saying. So now I'm going back to the vinegar.
Me, You know what? Thank you, Bobby. You know what? You guys are asking. I'm just gonna give it to you guys in a minute. John's eating. Whenever he says I have 1 minute, I'll give it to you.
What?
They want the recipe for the sauce.
Give it to them.
Okay. So, super easy. Get a pot.
My wings.
Get a pot and get 1 yellow or white onion. Okay. Get the pot. Olive oil on the bottom of the pot. Chop up 1 white onion. Throw that in. Saute that onion for a little bit.
Saute that shit good.
Then put your meat in. Right in that pot. Not a separate one. Put your meat in. Put your stew meat. Put your sausage. Put your ribs. Whatever you're going to put. Put that in there. Brown it. Brown it on both sides for a couple minutes. Don't cook it. Just brown it. After you browned it, you're going to throw in 4 cans. I use San Marzano crushed tomatoes. Throw that in. Okay? You could use Tutto Rosso, whatever you have, crushed tomatoes. Throw that in. Then I put in a full cup of water. Then I use garlic powder. Then I use salt. Then I put in about 1/4 cup of sugar.
Hand me the salt.
Let that cook for like an hour on low. Then you go back to it. I add some more salt. I add some more garlic powder, a little more sugar, and then I put 3 to 5 basil leaves in it.
3 to 5.
After it cooks for about an hour and a half, then I throw my meatballs in raw. I let them cook. Total of like 3 hours. I let it sit on the stove. Some people do it quicker. I don't. That's my sauce. It's delicious. If you want to make a quick meat sauce, I have a very easy recipe. Quick meat sauce. Olive oil, onion, just like before. Take a pound of chopped meat. Throw it in with the onion and the olive oil. Then take a 1/2 pound of hot sausage meat. I just buy the hot sausage. I open it up. I take the pork out. I throw it in. Mix your two meats up together. Put some garlic powder. Now throw 3 cans of sauce in it. Add some sugar. Add some more garlic powder, some more salt. Let that cook for about an hour and a half. It's the most delicious meat sauce ever. And that's it. I just gave you 2 sauce recipes, super easy. Only white onions. I do not use garlic. No, I only use garlic powder. I like an onion base.
I have a really good plan for a dessert.
And it's so easy. I like white onions, yes. Can't mess it up, guys. You just can't. So, Nicole, you don't taste the sugar. Not at all. The only thing the sugar does is cut the acid in the sauce. That's it. It doesn't make it sweet at all. And when you're making the meat sauce, the spice and the hot sausage gives it a great flavor, and the sugar just cuts it. It just cuts the acid. Right, exactly, Julie. It just cuts the acidity. I find when I don't put the sugar, I get like the acid reflux thing. And a lot of people can't eat sauce because of that, It just repeats itself. But I do like to put my no agita. Exactly. It reduces the agita. I do like to put my meatballs in raw because they're just so soft. They're delicious. What's the regular size can? Not the tiny cans. The regular size cans.
What pack?
Brittle. You could use Tutto Rosso because I know they sell that
Put them
everywhere.
in there raw?
Yeah, I make my meatballs, and after the sauce has been on for about an hour and it's hot, I throw my meatballs in raw, and they cook for an hour, and they cook through. They're like butter. I don't fry them at all. They're perfectly round, and they're just delicious. Very soft meatballs.
The softest balls in the land, I've heard.
And Julie says she does it like that too. See? Very simple.
Mm.
So Bougie Brooklyn mentioned Frank Red Hots. I'm telling you, you make chicken cutlets. When you make your chicken cutlets, take panko breadcrumbs, regular Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, and put the Frank Red Hot in your egg, in the egg that you use to put the cutlets in, and then put a little Frank Red Hot into the breadcrumbs, and you get buffalo fried chicken cutlets, and they're delicious.
Look at you.
I know. I told you we need a cooking channel. You don't have to put the sugar. You really don't. Like I said, it's not going to make the sauce sweet. It's not. It's simply going to cut the acid and it alters the flavor a little bit. Oh, okay. Yes, Barbara. Yes, the sugar is vital. Correct. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, guys. I think I'm talking too much.
No, you're not. It's fine. I'm eating, so I'm good. We've been
Yes,
working on this all
Cradle. Yes, Cradle. Exactly. She's got a basket of and listen, Cradle, you can use any crushed tomatoes. It doesn't have to be a certain. Listen, I use Scalfani because they're red. I mean, the sauce is red. I find Tutto Rosso is darker. It's got more of a brown color to it. It really just is what you like or what's on sale or whatever. Because, like I said, you're going to add flavor from the meat. Yes, you have to add it. But you could do whatever you want. But the meat sauce I gave you guys, my kids want that once a week. I made it today, actually. It is so easy. You cannot mess it up. A pound of chopped meat. You get 1 pack of hot sausage, spicy sausage. You take the sausage out of the casing and you put it with the chopped meat and you brown it. And you add garlic powder. And then you put 3 cans of sauce, a little bit of water, and your seasonings and some basil. And you have the best meat sauce ever. The olive oil, the onion, of course. Right, Keela Bila? We're all starving now. Listen, this live is a 2-for-1. You got
really is.
Soup. Yes, Coco Mojito. That's what I say. San Marzano is the best. Most of the restaurants in South Florida only use San Marzano, by the way. Barbara, I used to put a teaspoon. Now I put about a quarter of a cup. It's up to you. It's really up to you. But you get a nice pot of sauce. I mean, for example, I made a pot of sauce today and I froze half of it. And I'll take that out next week and throw it in, and it's good.
We made sauce last night. It was pretty good.
Did you make my recipe?
Mm-hmm.
Good boy. So yeah, it's not hard. It's very easy. Everybody's got their own spin. I do love my garlic powder. I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather have garlic powder than garlic. And I love garlic.
Yeah, last night we used the garlic powder.
Because you're using the onions and you have onions in it. So there's no reason to put both, you know?
True.
Anyway, so now you all have the recipe. We're all good, right, John?
I think so. Sorry, I have like a mouthful of food. Sorry.
No, eat. I
I'm
got
trying
it.
to like swallow it.
So, Criddle, if you're going to make the cutlets and you're going to do it that way, listen, people like crispy cutlets. And I find that if you own, I like very thin, but I find if you only use
like paper thin.
Yes. But the problem why they don't come crispy is because people only use breadcrumbs. You can't. I get a big bowl, like a salad bowl, and I use half 4C Italian seasoned breadcrumbs and half plain panko. And then I put garlic
And
powder.
do you pound that bird out prior to?
I pound it out, bro.
Do you pound out the you didn't talk about the pounding of the bird?
Well, I told them paper thin. You could buy paper thin, but I'm just saying if you don't, pound those bad boys out.
Okay.
But like I said, in that bowl, you put both the panko and the seasoning. Then you put garlic powder and a little, if you want, grated cheese. And then you mix the two together with a spoon. And then, you have your separate bowl with your eggs that put Frank Red Hot into the eggs and let them marinate in that. It gives you a little tiny bit of a kick.
Would you say you give like the bird like a light pounding,
Oh,
a moderate pounding, or like
that mother jumper? I pound him.
A very hard pounding.
He's such a jerk. Yes, Criddle, I do half and half. Half 4C seasoned and half panko. And then I put garlic powder, a good amount, and a little bit of grated cheese. And then I mix that all together. And then I put my cutlets in it.
Is that before or after you pound?
Between you and Bougie Brooklyn with the pounding. Eat your wings.
I am. But I have questions about the pounding process.
So the red hot, Criddle, you could put the red hot and put a lot of it into the egg. And then you let your cutlets soak in there for a little while. Sometimes I put a drop of milk. Nicole, I pound the crap out of them. And then you could put some red hot into the breadcrumbs if you want to. Try it, Criddle. But you got to put a lot of red hot into the egg or else you're not going to taste it. You could also put the red hot into the breadcrumbs and mix it all in. It makes it a little wet. Yeah, Barbara, I don't know the first thing about schnitzel. Not the first thing.
So what you're saying, Brooklyn, is that it's going to get wet after a good hard pounding.
Guys, when I said the word wet, I just knew he was going with it.
I mean, you are our teacher in this pounding master class that you're giving. So
listen, you got to pound him and make him wet. Ooh, Barbie, where'd you get that? I want that. Where do I buy that? That would even be better. I could put it in the egg and use that with the panko. Nicole, don't start him off, please.
Nicole,
don't start him off.
You know, panko lights up my boards too, Nicole.
Whatever. I'm trying to help my friends out here as much as I can.
No, you are.
I gave them all some good recipes. You come on
Yeah.
John Yates' platform. You're going to get poppin' high tea, and you're going to get some damn good recipes, okay?
You're like the Rachel Ray, like, you know, instead
That's
of like
right. It's 2 for 1. I don't like Rachel Ray. I can't stand her.
okay, then I don't know.
I'll be Lydia.
Who?
Lydia.
Lydia who?
The old Italian lady. Okay, you don't know Lydia. What's the other
Oh,
one?
Joe Bostic's mom, that one?
Lydia.
Yeah. Okay. I know why you want to be her, but okay.
Well, she's bald, so scratch that. Scratch that one. Thank you, Criddle. I can't stand her. Thank you, Bougie. Bougie said we love it. Thank you both. Right, Nicole? It is the best. It's a German name. Oh, schnitzel. Yeah, I know that. A chicken cutlet in German is schnitzel. It's the same thing.
Do they pound it out the same way in Germany?
Oh, thank you, Barbie.
Do you think because like, you know, it's German related that they pound it out even harder because
they
like
pound
you know,
it out. They pound it out
because their general aggressiveness, you know, with wars such, i.e., first and second at that.
You're in the gutters tonight, bro.
Okay,
what Barbie, I'm ordering that. No joke, Barbie. I really appreciate that because my husband will love that you taught me this. I did not know there was a seasoning, and I'm getting it. And Susie, I do that sometimes too.
Seriously, like you know, I've learned so much about pounding.
Look at Wicked adding to it. Wow! Wait till you get up here, Wicked.
Look at so you know really a masterclass in pounding, and like I don't know why you're like you know you're so like shy about it.
Well, Barbara, the cutlets thin, like they got to be thin.
Can you tell us what instrument you use to pound that meat? Like you know what kind of instrument? Like you know, is it a mallet? What specific kitchen utensil do you use to really just pound that meat to make sure it's as thin as possible? I think everybody wants to know.
Do you all want to know?
I think they do.
Right. Do you all want to know?
Like you gave like very detailed recipes here, and like I want them to work with the best instruments they can for this.
That's such an
I mean, I like, really,
I freaking knew Nicole.
And listen, and the people are answering
Nicole was
yes.
Gonna say it first. I knew it.
Yes, they're screaming from the rooftops. Yes.
No, no, Julie, I don't choke it. I pound it.
Oh, okay. So there's no choking.
There's never choking.
Pounding. Okay. So what exactly? What do you use to just like you know smack it with and hit it?
I use spikes.
Oh, like a cleat?
Like spikes. I pound it out with a pounder.
And what's a pounder exactly?
It's a tenderizer.
And it's got spikes on it.
Rita, I am gone. Angelica, you got to put the sugar in it. I'm telling you, if she cannot eat sauce and she loves sauce, then when you make it, add the sugar. The minute you put the sugar in it, it cuts the acidity. And you will notice that she will not get nearly as sick. And if that's the case, I put a quarter of a cup. You could go so far as put a half of a cup. It really does not make it that sweet. I'm telling you, it just cuts the acid big time.
Maybe she's pounding it incorrectly. Can you?
And I haven't seen Angelica here before. You knew Angelica?
Maybe Angelica's been pounding it incorrectly. Maybe
Angelica, you leave the pounding up to me, girlfriend. Rita, your head is just about in the sand as much as John's is, Rita. My
head is above the sand and
Bougie is not helping at all. How many? Let's count how many times John said pounding tonight. A
You're the one that
mallet. There you go,
you're the
Mia. A
one that
mallet.
brought the pounding.
A
Okay.
mallet. That's a good answer. Thank you,
Not
Thank you,
me.
Mia.
You're the one that brought pounding. Just saying.
Well, listen. Got to keep things interesting. Oh, Angelica, you've been watching for a few years. Well, I'm glad I brought out your comment, Angelica. Thank you for being here. Do a quarter, Criddle. That's fine. Criddle, it gets cooked, and it's really not. I'm telling you, you'll be fine.
What the neck bone? What gets
No, the sugar. I don't think anybody here knows about your neck bone. Criddle beats the meat. Oh, okay. Oh, are you making fun of the way I talk, Brooklyn? It's a pounder. Yeah, that's how I say it. I just realized that. Sorry.
like a quarter pounder.
Like a quarter pounder.
When you go to McDonald's, you get like, let me get a quarter pounder with
What did
with
Rita
no cheese.
What, sugar? Why? How do you say sugar?
Mira.
How should I say sugar? Why? How do you guys say sugar? I say it right. John, how do you say sugar?
Coffee.
Say sugar.
Sugar.
Oh, it does sound different. Crap. I can't help it, guys.
I've been trying to mask my accent for years, so.
How do you do that?
It's not easy.
Nikki says Mira is my fave word for
Mira.
Why?
Mira.
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 Or your shoulder.
Why do I not say Mira?
Mira. Let me see your mirror.
Let me see a Mira.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
I don't know. I don't hear it. I try to hear it when I repeat it back, but I can't hear it. Mira. Yeah, Mira.
Hey, Nancy, you got some shit on your shoulder.
I can't hear it in myself. Maybe when I watch it later, I can hear it.
Later. You just said later.
Oh my God. I'm glad you're all laughing, having a good time. I don't even know what I say.
I am hilarious, Barbara. Thank you.
Why is it just, oh, thank you, Mel B.
Thank you.
I love listening to John in Brooklyn. Reminds me of my mom's New York accent. Recently reconnected with her brother. And oh, that's amazing, Mel B.
Thank you, Mel B. Let me
Nikki,
look at my mirror for you just now.
Nikki, no one in my house eats it, so I never make it. No.
Because you didn't pound it?
I didn't pound it hard enough.
There it is. You really got to pound it. You got to make it like really thin and really crisp.
I've done enough
and like just, you really gotta
very
just
much.
pound it.
I've done enough pounding in my lifetime. Thank you.
I think we all have. I mean, we're all of a certain age, right? We're not in our 20s anymore. Lord, I'm
sorry.
Oof. Got that out of my system. But
I have to tell you, speaking of Canada, Barbara, I have to tell you Canadians something.
Oh,
it is very expensive.
Wait, hold on. Wait. We have an announcement from Brooklyn to all Canadians. I think that's that merits this. Go ahead, girl.
For all you Canadians out there, I have to tell you something. I cannot believe how expensive Canada is. What goes on there in Canada? You guys don't make enough syrup? Like, my husband and my son are going for a Raptors game next week, and it's costing me a fortune. A freaking fortune. Getting a hotel room in Toronto, you better take out a second mortgage.
Whoa.
It's crazy. I don't know how they do
it. Over a
it.
Raptors game, huh?
Over a Raptors game. Healthcare isn't so free. I didn't think so, Bobby. I didn't think so.
So they didn't roll out the maple syrup carpet for you, is what you're saying?
Listen, I'm not kidding. Trying to get, apparently there's some parade that goes on or some festival that goes on the first weekend in March. So all the hotel rooms in Toronto, 2 nights, 2 nights in a hotel room in Toronto, $850.
We have a real Canadian here. Sheila,
Thank you, Sheila. Very expensive.
coming straight from the Canadian mounts, right there.
It is insane. Thank you, Criddle. It is crazy. $850. And listen to this. Hold on, I'm not done. The plane ride from New York to Toronto is 48 minutes. But there's only 2 flights a day out of New York. Out of all of New York, with 3 airports, there's only 2 flights. For 2 people, almost $900.
Toronto?
John, for 2 people from JFK to
And like
Toronto,
the 3 busiest airports in the world.
there's only 3. Trust me, I looked into it for months. There's only 2 to 3 flights to Toronto a day, even including Canada Air, okay? There's only 2.
That's
And
insane.
I thought I was doing something wrong because I said this cannot be. It can't be that there's only 2 flights a day out of all of New York, maybe 3 flights. It looks like there's a lot till you really get into it. And I was right. And it's almost $900 for 2 people to fly from New York to Toronto.
Well, you know
I
what?
could fly.
You're lucky, Brooklyn, because we have our Canadian ambassador, Sheila. She is going to take this up with Justin Trudeau momentarily.
Please
So
contact him. Something is wrong with this picture.
that's our Canadian ambassador. Thank you,
Julie,
Sheila.
Julie, I know. But here's the problem, Julie. It's an 8-hour car ride from me. And my husband only has 2 days off. So he can't drive there for 8 hours, see the game, and drive back. So I had no choice. I had to pay for it.
Susie, can we get like a statement from Justin Trudeau on this? Susie's my press
Please.
secretary.
I need you to do this right now.
Susie, I need like a statement from him regarding this highly critical matter. Please, thank you.
I'm gonna need that ASAP. I'm not waiting till tomorrow.
You know, the Action Yates news team back in effect.
And I don't know, these people from Canada, can you tell me what goes on in Toronto next weekend? They say the prices are high because there's some parade or festival or something. Of course, that's the weekend that they had to pick. No joke. I mean, it's his Christmas gift and his birthday gift, so I kind of got screwed.
That's what you get for combining them.
Serious. Thought I was gonna get off easy here.
Oh man.
He's not taking your calls. You better figure it out. I need help. Yeah, it's a fortune. So $900 for the airfare, $800. I work like me and my husband. All we do is work. That's it.
Susie, get our connections with the FAA.
Please.
Come on.
Figure something out here, people.
You want a press secretary, you got it. Like, you know, this is what happens.
No, Eric, that's not it. The lady on the phone told me what the parade is, but now I forget. I don't know about Canada. What do I know? I've never been to Canada. A bottle of vanilla, $25. Jesus. And butter is $8 in Canada. I'm not moving to Canada. That's one place I'm not going.
Butter
Is
Butter.
$8.
Wait, $8 for a tub of butter?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money for a tub of big old butter.
Oh, you making fun of me now? Oh, really?
Right, you just put onto that now?
Okay, I just realized that.
A big old tub of butter.
Can I ask you guys a question in the chat? Because he wants to make fun of me right now. But can you guys tell me something? Can you guys tell me if John thinks he sounds any better than I do? You don't.
Because I'm allowing myself to unmask my accent that I've been
Well,
hiding.
I don't have a choice. I'm not a blogger.
You're not a blogger. See?
I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. Because you had to learn how to talk.
No, I
Barbara,
love our
it's
accents.
crazy, Barbara. I mean, how do you guys listen, Barbara? I live in Long Island, and let me tell you.
And I'm from Long Island, and I also lived in Brooklyn. So, like, you know, I have the whole same spiel. I just got made fun of for my accent, so I've had to do my best to uh mask it, but every once in a while it pops out of me. So
See, Jay Freak, I know that. I thought Air Canada would be my best option. It was my most expensive option. That's what I'm saying. Crazy. Thank you, Bianca. I can't help it. This is how I talk. What did you want me to do?
Susie Q, press
Blueberries.
secretary, where are we at? Like, with the FAA, like, what's going on here?
Blueberries, John. Blueberries in Canada, $9.99. Thank you, Bougie.
Huh?
Ridiculous. Well, I'm never going to Canada. I'm sorry. I love all you people there.
I
but
thought you were going to Canada.
I know my husband and my son. I'm not going.
Wait, so you're not going?
No, I'm sending them for my son's. It was his Christmas gift, but I can't afford to go. How much? It's a fortune. And you got to see the prices of food when you get there. I was looking up a couple of. Look, Bobby said it's $6 a gallon for gas in Canada. I'm not kidding, John. Canada is very bad. It's a fortune.
Cody just served me like
Oh,
chicken.
hold on. Stop, hold the phone. Ro. Thank you, Ro. You're the first one to send a super chat with my name. Thank you,
Where are
Ro.
my chicken wings?
I brought them back over here because I didn't want the cats.
Thank you so much, Ro.
Phoebe was sniffing around, so I brought it back over here.
That's my girl. Ro, you got 3 recipes tonight to make. Barbara, I'm sorry, man. It's rough. Nope, disabled, no car. Oh, God. I don't know how you're making it over there. Barbara, I looked up 3 or 4 restaurants right where they're staying to see where they could eat. I said, guys, never mind. You can't eat. My husband goes, what do you mean we can't eat? I said, no. You get a hot dog somewhere. You're not eating in these restaurants. This is insane. No, Julie, it is. It's insane. Julie, 2 nights. I was going for the cheapest hotel they had. I didn't care if it was a hole in the wall, run down, bad neighborhood. I didn't give a shit. 2 nights, almost $850. That's not normal. I go to AC for free.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane. And apparently they can't even pay for their electric over there.
And Julie's never had a knish either.
I don't know what's going on with Julie. I feel like she lives on another planet.
Me too. Like, Julie, like, what the fuck?
Something's going on with Julie. And Julie, are you okay?
Well, next time we plan a trip, then we'll have to definitely bring conditions.
We're gonna have get knishes from like everybody.
No, Sheila, I know that, but I just meant in Toronto where they're going because they don't know where they're going, and we didn't rent a car because everything's right there. Eric, you're in Toronto?
A real Toronto one here.
Oh, if you're in Toronto.
Maybe you could live with him.
Oh, no, Eric, it's the same. Oh, my, Bobby. John, their electric bills are $800 a month.
That's insane.
What?
That they've been talking about it this whole time in the chat. Their electric bills in Canada are between $700 and $800 a month, and they pay $500 a month for heat.
What?
I'm not kidding you. I've been ever since this all started. I've been doing all this research about Canada because I'm like, this can't be like normal. Like these prices can't be normal. And I'm going on to see that it is.
What?
$800 a month for electric. I'd be in the dark, honey. I'd be in the dark.
That is insane.
I don't know how you people could pay that. I'm sorry, I don't. And I thought Long Island was bad.
No wonder why you don't know what a knish is.
Seriously, you can't afford a knish over there.
No.
Shit. I should start going to Canada and selling knishes.
Right, a knish stand.
I'm going to get a cart and start selling knishes.
Yeah.
Well, Julie, how far are you from Niagara? Bobby, I know that. I was seeing these hotels. They look like the nightmare. They look like the what is that? The Bates Hotel. They looked like somebody got shot and they took the picture 5 minutes later for $150, $200 a night. I couldn't put my son and my husband there. No way. Mia, I want to know that too, Mia. What do what? Okay, somebody answer me this. What is minimum wage in Canada? What is minimum wage in Toronto? Because here in New York, it's $16.50. You know what I found out yesterday? In Tennessee, minimum wage is like $7. Can you imagine?
My first job at Burger King in 1996 was I was making $4.75 an hour.
Wow.
My
Imagine that.
first job started at 8.
Okay, Eric made $18 per hour at one job and then 20 at the other. So Eric, it's the same here. It's very similar here, but how do you guys do it? I mean, guys, by the way, I'm saying that coming from me, and I live in Long Island. If you Google, Long Island is one of Nassau County is the second most expensive county in the country to live in, and I'm saying that, huh?
That's why I can't live there anymore.
It's insane. And John will tell you, all I do is
From
work.
there.
I know all you people think I'm rich, but I'm not, and all I do is work. Oh my God, Pamela, $900 for electric? Are you kidding? But why is it so high? I don't understand. I hear you, Eric. I'm right with you, honey. I work 2 jobs, and I work 2 jobs now too. I just started working 2 jobs also. Not easy. I'm literally working every day, all day. That's crazy. Wow. Well, I learn a lot in these chats, I have to tell you. I know your healthcare is, but nothing else is, I'll tell you that. Wait, Mia, you lived in Guam? I always say Guam is just whenever I'm far away and I don't know where I am, I say I'm in Guam. Wow. Well, you guys taught me a lot. I would live in the dock. Are you kidding? So every time you have a kid, you get a bonus? No, Nikki, I've never really used Cento. They're like my least favorite. But do you? Let me know what you think. Wow, that's crazy, J Freak. Well, very interesting. I got an education tonight.
Me too.
I really did.
Sorry, I'm still eating the wings.
How long does it take you to eat a freaking wing?
Well, they're hot.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. So this is a serious thing. Every time you have a baby, you get a check. So your parents never got. So my parents never claimed my baby bonus. So when I was 18, I claimed it. What does that even mean? Like, do you mean a tax credit? Like when I do my taxes, you get a credit per child? Is that what you mean? You got $2,000. I would be having kids left and right. You see this, John?
Yeah.
Every kid they have, they get $1,200 a month in child tax credits. Wow. When you file your taxes, you can claim the whole tax. But yeah, well, right. So here in America, it's annually. You get like $1,500 credit per child, but you get it monthly? Oh my God. John, Bobby says in Canada, you get a check every month until your kid turns 18.
Well, then, maybe, they had to pay more for electricity. I don't know.
Wow. So every month you get $200 a month per child till they turn 18. That's like it's more than child support. No wonder the country's so expensive. You're paying for every child. That's crazy.
Wings are hot.
Those wings are really hot, by the way.
I hear your sinuses from here.
Oh my God.
So good, bro.
Look at my face.
Oh my God, you're red.
They are really, really hot.
What did you put on them, Cody?
No, it's their homemade sauce that that they're famous for, and
it's so hot, but
every
it's
time
so
they get in,
delicious.
John's
All right,
like,
so where did you get them?
At Cheesesteak Louie's, and their wing sauce is just so delicious. It is
Okay,
so
so
good, and you know that you're gonna be in pain for eating it, but then it's worth it.
you literally look like you have a toothache right now, like something's wrong.
Yeah, yeah, and you know
Go
what?
drink some milk.
I'm gonna go back and have another one. So that's what's gonna happen. But
So now, John, that place is open all year by you?
it is.
And when are the other? It's almost March. So when do the other places start opening?
Usually mid-May, because Memorial Day is like when
they do
the
parades
official
and stuff
season
down
starts
there.
when the beach is open every day. But usually early mid-May is when things start opening up. So we don't have much longer. My birthday's at the end of next month, and then it's fun because after my birthday, it's only a few more weeks, and it starts getting
Right.
busy over here again.
Mhm.
By the time, oh my god, my mouth is on fuego.
And you're gonna have another one.
Cody's birthday is on May 7th, so that's when we could get into gear. Ooh,
Yeah, everything's
these wings, this wing sauce is so good. Am I the only one who does that too? That sauce is so good, and you're
I
gonna
feel
pay
like
for it.
you're struggling.
I do every time I eat it, and like I said, I'm gonna go back and have another one because it's so delightful.
And you put extra sauce on.
got out of milk almost.
Huh?
Remember, don't mention any names, but remember the place I took you guys for dinner?
Uh-huh.
They make amazing wings. Amazing, but not that hot. That's hot right now.
Oof. That is hot.
What about a little milk?
No, I've had some of that. I've also had some blue cheese, some Cool Whip. We have some Cool Whip. You know what I just learned about Cool Whip? Tangerines are back in season now here at our local grocer.
Right.
And are you familiar with tangerines?
I love a good tangerine, my friend.
Okay, so I thought last night I was just sitting there watching TV. I'm like, what can really spruce a tangerine up? And a little dab of Cool Whip.
That sounds delightful.
It doesn't it?
And you know what's going to happen to me now? Now I'm going to have tangerine and Cool Whip in my brain. And I'm going to want to go now to the store tomorrow and get tangerines and Cool Whip.
I started it. And let me tell you, we have it right here. Here. Cody, I think we need a sample.
I think peaches and Cool Whip would be good too.
Oh well. Don't get ahead of my line.
I'm sorry.
We're doing a whole fruit and Cool Whip series.
I got my tangerine and I got
But yeah, it's delightful.
a tangerine.
A
Cool Whip.
Because I was saying that I like a good chocolate pudding with some Cool Whip, some cut up strawberries, and some nanners, right?
Nanners, got to do the nanners.
Nanners with your chocolate pudding and your cut up your sliced strawberry with the Cool Whip. And I'm like, you know what else would be delightful in that scenario? A tangerine. And
it sounds so refreshing and it sounds so summer.
And the pop of the tangerine with the Cool Whip on top.
Now John's giving us a recipe. See how this goes?
See? And I'm always cold side, right? I always say that.
Now Cool Whip, from what I remember, I haven't bought Cool Whip in like 20 years. But Cool Whip is not fattening, correct?
Sure. Why not?
My mother always bought it as a kid.
We were like a Ready Whip family.
Well, we would have Cool Whip with Jello or sherbet.
We got the Ready Whip, and then we looked down at people that bought Cool Whip. True story. I still do. And then, times are rough, and we were talking about chocolate pudding and strawberries. I'm like, what we should do is get some chocolate pudding from the grocery store with some sliced up strawberries and some nanners in it with some with some whipped cream. And like, times are up, so we were like, can't get the Ready Whip. So Cody's like, what about the Cool Whip? And I was like, oh
It was
wow,
only $2.
how the mighty have fallen. But I'm like, fine, we'll try it with the Cool
How
Whip.
the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, like that's
so much
hard.
better.
You're Italian. Like we're a Ready Whip branded people. So when
Well, and then Tony Ann is saying Cool Whip is oil based.
So when you have to when you have to step down from Ready Whip to Cool Whip, it's a big demotion.
But see, I don't understand that. I'm struggling with that because in my mind, Ready Whip and Cool Whip are two different products. Cool Whip goes in the freezer and it's like a fluffy ice cream form, and Ready Whip is like a thing that goes on top of thing. It's two different things. Right?
I don't know. I'm just not a Cool Whip person. But we got the Cool Whip. And the Cool Whip was delightful.
He loves saying that word.
And then Cody said to me today, which broke my heart. He's like, because we've had to shuffle some money out in the lately for things. And he goes, listen, so I went to our local grocer today, and I was like, okay. And he's like, I had, and then he surprised me with the tangerines and the Cool Whip. I'm like, oh, this is just really nice. Thank you. He's always thinking of me. And then he's like, I gotta tell you something, though. I'm like, what? He's like, this is like the value version of like the Cool Whip.
Oh.
Like it was
whipped topping.
It was called whipped
Guys,
topping.
send the super chat for real Cool
And I
Whip.
was like, did you really even have to tell me that? Like, I wouldn't even have known. Like
So much better. Like
he knows like how hard it was to come off the Ready Whip platform. And you have to humble yourself over and over.
That's
and over
something
again.
you could talk about in therapy.
It really is.
Somebody get a Ready Whip super chat. I can't do it. I can't super chat from my phone. He needs one for Ready Whip. Hurry, please, stat.
Well, listen, now that I'm on Cool Whip generic, I'll learn to adjust. Cool Whip is a luxury.
You can't wait to have your little fruits all dipped in your Cool Whip tonight.
Can somebody tell me though, does Cool Whip, is Cool Whip, my mother was probably lying to me, but isn't Cool Whip like a lot less fattening?
Cool
Whip is a lot less fattening than Ready Whip, right? Am I wrong?
You're saying it the wrong way. It's Cool Whip.
I don't have that twang.
It's like saying gnocchi. Like that. Cool Whip.
I can't do it.
Whip.
It's not happening.
Okay, continue.
Nobody's answering me.
No, John,
what was your question?
I love MW. That is the best comment ever.
It's gonna look so delicious.
I love how you proudly eat relish as a snack, but Cool Whip is a bridge too far.
What are you talking about?
I love
do
that.
relish as a snack. I stand by that.
Yeah, you told them you do.
I also had Bacos as a snack. If you want to get serious, it was also later that night after I tried to eat the relish as a snack.
Oh, thank you. Not my real name.
That's
for your Ready Whip.
Across the room.
I saw that we had some Bacos available. So I took the Bacos, I poured them in a ramekin, a large ramekin, and I poured some vinegar on them, and that was my next snack.
We need like three more $2. We need three more $2 super chats to get him a can because they're like $6 now. So
listen,
2 more of those and we're good to go, guys.
When the zombies come, you're gonna want to be with me. Okay?
I'm gonna be like Jules. I'm gonna count your super chat.
No, you're gonna want to be with me because John just.
This is why he's always shitting his brains out. I just want you people. So, guys, listen to his diet. Okay, he ate.
My diet's wonderful.
He had relish out of a can all night.
This was just not all night.
Then he eats wings that are way too hot, and he can't even breathe. His nose is running down.
No,
his
okay, I'm
pants.
eating the wings now. The
Now-
wings are different from the relish experience. Okay, don't cross
He's
stories.
he's gonna have Cool Whip
Wait,
with
don't
tangerine.
forget he also had like 4 fish fingers today.
Right. So fish. Yeah, add fish right in there. Great. See,
Yep.
Nikki says now we know why John constantly has frogs.
Okay, listen.
Oh, thank you, Addie. See,
Okay.
Addie knows it's more expensive. Thank you, Addie.
And by the way, I had 2.
Oh, thank you, Susie. Now we have enough for 2 cans. We have the $1.99, the $4.99, the $4.99. Thank you, guys. We have enough for Ready Whip tomorrow.
I was saying in one night it was different from tonight. Tonight we had the wings because we just got them. I'm saying the other night when like there was like nothing in our fridge, I had to resort into being creative in what I and on how to feed myself. And
I had pasta.
I
in there, but you didn't
resorted.
wanna heat it up.
Well, I did have wings that night because my mouth was hot. So damn on that one. Okay, so I did have wings first. Then I tried to soothe it with relish. I ate too much relish, and then I also had
really bad gas.
Right, Tony. Now he has enough for a real can. Well, Eric, John, is it? I think it's chopped up pickled pickle, right?
It's sliced and
It's
diced.
sweet.
It's chopped. Yes, it's very sweet.
But it doesn't really taste like pickle. It tastes like those sweet dills.
It tastes like
It just
jam.
tastes sweet, and like after having the hotness on your tongue, that like I was like,
Oh, John, not my real name sent another one.
thank you, not my real name.
You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much.
And my birthday is coming up, so like this will all go towards my March payment.
No, we have to have a birthday, and don't tell me no, and don't tell me you're not doing that. We have to have Oh, thank you, Mia. Thank you so much. No, we're having a birthday live for sure. I want to.
Yeah,
No, we're doing it. I don't care what you say.
we'll see.
You don't do it, I'm not coming live anymore.
Oh, look at this! Look at my panelists. They threaten me.
It's a threat.
Look at
It's
that.
a promise.
Can't have nice things.
Can't have nice things. John, remember you were saying I was looking.
I'm always right, and you were like, "Yes,
No,
Sean, you
no,
are
you never,
always
no, that
right."
never happened. No, that never happened. Remember I had to go to the jewelers the other day, and they had this whole thing of saints out, and I was like, who was just talking about this? I thought it was you. Weren't you saying not long ago about a saint that you wear, or wasn't that you?
I was saying that I wore the Immaculate Medal.
Was that it?
It was Mary, the Immaculate Medal. I was saying I wore that.
No. You were saying about a saint that either you used to have a necklace or it's bothering me. Yeah, you were talking about it a while, like maybe a couple weeks ago, a saint that either you used to wear or you had one.
Huh?
I thought that was you.
Probably was.
I think it was. No,
I wore
was
the Immaculate Medal, and then I lost that, and then I had a cross, and I had a St. Anthony pendant with it, and I got ripped off me at a roller skating rink.
maybe it was St. Anthony then. What's the Immaculate? What is that?
That's just like Mary.
Oh, okay. It was in my head. Sorry. Just thought it was you.
That's the rosary. I was singing about the rosary. I had that.
Oh, I remember when you had the rosary. That's right.
So.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, a lot of people wear Saint Michael, Mia.
So yeah, I ate too much relish, and
well, there's no reason now. You got plenty of super chats for a real Cool Whip. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this
Cool Whip. Cody, here's the tangerine and the Cool Whip.
Ready Whip should not be an issue anymore in your household. That's all I'm saying.
But I have to show everybody like how delicious it is.
I don't think people realize the amount of money you had to spend on lawyers. So now you're eating Cool Whip. This is a sad day. And relish.
It's not really cool, but what's it called, Cody? What's it called? Like the generic term? What's it called? What? Bukkake topping.
That
No,
doesn't
it's
sound
it's
good.
called whip topping.
Whip topping.
Yes.
Generic for Cool Whip.
Whip. Whipped topping.
Oh God. Hey guys, you know what's crazy? We literally managed to talk 2 hours about absolutely nothing. Why does this always happen to us?
No, we talked about like the Mahmoud stuff
Well, that was for 30 minutes.
for a good point.
Wicked's right. I don't know how I do this. How do I go off on these tangents?
Then we went into like the Canadian affairs and electric bills. Like, we went political. I mean, then
Yes,
we
yes,
gave, like,
accurate.
listen, like, it's like the Today Show, really. Like,
A lot was learned tonight, guys. A lot was learned.
we gave you some 90 Day Fiance gossip. Then we went into
A lot was learned.
international.
Oh, Eric learned what relish was
Then
about
we
50
had
people.
our cooking segment.
Yes,
Then we
true.
had
It's
not
like a
what's
date show.
not what you're supposed to eat with Dr. John. I mean, like, really, I think we crossed all.
Eric learned what relish was. About 50 people learned what a knish was.
Oh yes, international food. I mean, like, really.
This was heavy. This was heavy stuff. Heavy stuff.
I mean, really covered everything.
But the great thing is that you guys all seem to really enjoy it, and that makes me happy.
Pounding,
which I would like to not revisit again.
So, just how do you make a proper chicken cutlet?
I told you.
Just one more time.
You have to pound it thin.
And by pounding, like, what do you use? Like a tenderizer?
Oh, not my real name even gave you money for a cherry. That's her third super chat. Now you got 2 cans and a cherry. Thank you, not my name.
Thank you so much.
MW is me. So what are you saying? If I get an ad on this stream, when the ad is done, the live goes back to the beginning. That is not supposed to happen.
Like, should you use your fist, like, when you're pounding, like, the chicken, like, just punch it? Just, like...
No, I have, shit, what's that word?
Just really, just, like, go to town on it, just, like, pow, 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 pow. Like, just pound it like that.
I take all my aggression out on that thing. I pound the shit out of it. Sorry. Wait, can you answer MW is me?
What's the question?
She said, I have a YouTube question. Whenever I get an ad on this stream, when the ad is done, the live goes back to the beginning. Is that supposed to happen? Maybe you know, Addie.
I don't think so.
It's not. You should go right back to what you were watching.
Yeah.
That's strange. Very strange. Really, Susie? The guy that invented Cool Whip also invented Pop Rocks?
Cool Whip.
Wow.
Look at all this learning that we're doing here.
I'm telling you. That is something else.
From the press secretary.
Wow. Very interesting. Well, did you guys know that AT&T went out in the whole country today? All of America couldn't use their cell phone if they had AT&T.
Well, I have Verizon, so...
God, I do too.
Thank God, I finally paid for once.
Seriously, for once, instead of me paying it. Thank God is right. Too funny.
All right, I think we should call it a night.
Yeah, I think we had a really productive night.
I really did. We really covered just about everything we could.
And literally everything we could.
TV-wise, the only thing that we didn't cover was like traffic and weather.
We can get to that another time.
Yeah.
That's forever changing, so we'll get to it another night.
We're pretty good on that. So
thank you all for listening to us and being a part of this live.
And I hope you wrote down all those great recipes. And,
well, Rita, I don't think he can do that because I think he needs Jules for that. She knows more about it.
For what?
After show to talk about Tent Baby.
No, I'm tired. I am so tired.
Me too.
But we're going we'll go live tomorrow. I think about Beverly Hills. And then we'll do an extra show tomorrow night. But like I am
Absolutely.
until I am exhausted. I've been tired this whole time, but like, you know, the pounding kind of woke me up a
Yeah,
little
it really pulls him out of it. Really pulls
bit,
him out.
you know, and thank God for Brooklyn to really just suck me out of a hole when just bringing up the pounding
You
and
know,
just
I
kind
get
of
him right out.
redeeming me on
I
that
get
one.
him right out,
Who
guys.
could turn down a good conversation about pounding? Like I don't hello.
Apparently not John Yates.
So, you know,
Apparently not.
really just working on my Achilles heel right there.
Well,
So
you know what? That sums it up. The baby's in
then
protective
she was talking
custody.
about then she doubled down on meatballs and you know, it was pretty much all she wrote for me.
Yeah.
And I was revitalized. So again, another great live and let's see what happens on 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After on March 17th when it starts, and if Nicole and Mahmoud are there and what they say next or if they say anything at all.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye.